Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Missouri women's basketball team traveled to Fayetteville last night to play the Arkansas Razorbacks. Mizzou hoping for a third consecutive win in conference play, and they controlled everything from the start. Coach Robin Pinchton and the Tigers looking to go above 500 in conference play in this one. Right away, Lindsey Cunningham shows off some sharp shooting, hitting a three from the corner. Then it's Sierra Porter down low for the tough layup, counted, and the foul. Nice to see the toughness and effort from Porter down low. A few minutes later, Sierra McCallis drives into the paint, splitting two Arkansas defenders and scores for a quick 8-0 lead. In the second quarter, Porter really opens it up as she fights for the ball against the Arkansas defenders, goes up and scores. The Tigers also showed off their three-point shooting ability. Here, McCallis drives and finds a wide-open Amber Smith in the corner for a three. Later, it's McCallis again, this time taking it coast to coast all the way down by herself for the bucket, giving the Tigers a 17-point advantage. McCallis led Mizzou with 23 points. In the second half, the great play down low continued as Porter picks up right where she left off. The sharp three-point shooting continued into the fourth quarter. That's Jordan Chavitz from the corner hitting the three, keeping her foot on the accelerator for the Missouri Tigers. Then just for good measure, the Tigers show off their passing with Porter finishing it off after a pass from Sophie Cunningham. The Tigers end up beating the rivals from down south by a big margin, final score 60-46. Missouri football team has landed a commitment from a high school quarterback. Taylor Powell from Fayetteville, Arkansas had been committed to Wake Forest, but has flipped his commitment to Missouri. The Tigers have just 3 scholarship quarterbacks on their roster: Drew Locke, Jack Lowry, and Mika Wilson. Ray Estes from East St. Louis had committed to Missouri, but last week flipped his commitment to Minnesota. New college basketball rankings are out, and a familiar name is atop the poll: the defending national champion Villanova. Nova #1 for the second week in a row. Kansas at 2. Gonzaga, the only unbeaten team left, claims the third spot, followed by Kentucky from the SEC and Baylor at 5. Florida State moves up to #6, followed by Arizona after upsetting the now #8 UCLA Bruins. North Carolina is at 9, and rounding out the top 10 is Oregon. South Carolina ranked 23rd and Florida 25th, giving the SEC 3 teams in the top 25. The matchup for Super Bowl 51 is all set. The Atlanta Falcons will play the New England Patriots at NRG Stadium in Houston. Midway through the second quarter, Falcons already up 10 on the Packers, and Matt Ryan decides to do it himself. He scrambles and takes it 14 yards to the end zone, and the Falcons take a commanding 17-point lead. After all, folks, he is called Matty Ice. Later in the game, another star decides it's his turn to get in on the action. After being held by a Packers defender, Julio Jones rips off a 74-yard touchdown and says, "Get off me," shoving off 2 defenders on the way. That would be it as the Falcons win it in a rout over Green Bay 44-21, and a well-deserved Gatorade shower for second-year head coach Dan Quinn. Closer game in the first half of the AFC game between the Steelers and Patriots when the Patriots decided to do something tricky. Brady hands it off to Dion Lewis, then flips it back to Brady for the old-fashioned flea flicker. The safety bit on the fake and an easy pitch and catch to Chris Hogan to give the Pats an 11-point lead. After adding 10 more points, the Patriots score again as Brady, with all the time in the world, finds a wide-open Julian Edelman for the 10-yard touchdown. The final in Foxborough, another blowout, with the Patriots winning 36-17 over the Steelers. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.